Welcome to Masha Goldsmith's Relationship Flow podcast. This is a special episode as always. I do have sitting next to me my wonderful soulmate, Masha Goldsmith, aka Teeny Pop 613. Want to say hi?
Hi.
Good week. She asked me not to do it tonight. I mean, it's been a journey. I was away for a few days in Hanukkah, as you all know, I'm sure, whoever's listening, and it was amazing. Tour with Nis in Black in the UK, Manchester, London, and I made it back, and then it was busy getting ready for that Shabbat and that Shabbos and that whole busy week, and then finishing off Hanukkah, the climax, and then the end of the week was a bit traumatic from different work things. Thank God everything's okay, but it was just, stuff going on, and with the family as well. So we really have much time to think about what we're going to do for this Relationship Flow episode. I personally feel that the journey is the key word for today's Relationship Flow. It has to be a journey. We're on a journey. We've already celebrated our 20th anniversary during Hanukkah, as we spoke about in the previous episode, worth listening, in terms of acceptance. And we've realized since we did that episode, I know I have, what about you? Acceptance is not an easy thing, even if it's, understood what it means, but to actually bring it...
Nothing's easy what we talk about.
Yeah, it's true. So it's
even though we talk about things and work, have some clarity somewhat on things, but it's a constant, it doesn't mean that therefore it's always easy or you just suddenly got it. It's a constant working on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's part of this week's process focused podcast.
The awareness.
Yeah, the awareness, and then going on the journey. The journey is the process. That it's not gonna all get sorted out overnight. There's no instant fix. There's no quick way to really make, a success of yourself. It's a constant process and journey, and the awareness that we're trying to bring over here in Relationship Flow is going to help us just to touch base with important foundational ideas for relationship flow that help us in our daily grind and daily challenge and daily relationship conversation. So right now, we are heading into a bit of a colder time of year, and thank God there's always some positive lights on the roads and the journey that we're on, the potential Shabbat, going away somewhere, and then there's the opportunity to connect with new people and meet new people. It's always exciting. I won't get into details until it's the right time, or even if it ever is the right time to discuss everything but publicly. But the main point of the journey is that we are journeying. We're searching to find ourselves, to find where we're best suited to be as a family and as a couple. And thank God for most of these 20 years of being married, we've lived in Jerusalem, and it's been a very blessed journey here in the holy city. Even though we haven't lived in the same location those 20 years, and we've moved around, and even during that time we were in Beit Shemesh and Beitar and other places, but it's a journey that is developmental and process based. So I know myself, I'm happy with the process I'm going on. I'm not worried or concerned about any public feeling towards what I'm doing, because I feel that it's, thank God, a very sincere place, and I know that it's a very sincere path that I came to Eretz Yisrael. I came to the Holy Land for real values, and I'm hoping that that's something together with our relationship flow with my wife and everything. And I'm very happy that that's something that all of you can share your relationship flow. I'm sure you've had your journey, and it's to realize that we're all going on a simultaneous journey on some level to reach that final destination of unification of soul. And that's my personal dream and vision, that we'll all reach a greater place in our lives. So without getting into any details and specifics of our journey right now, I just wanted to touch base with everyone and remind everyone we've got this Relationship Flow podcast. We have it as a blog now, and you guys can join and share the process, your relationship flow, so that it can keep growing. We want to hear what your feedback from you on your journey, where you're feeling points of contact are, points of discussion and development that you're having in your relationship. We're happy to hear back. and keep this growing process. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful week. Welcome to the part 2 of Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We are without my wonderful soulmate. I just wanted to, right now, while she's not here in person, just give her a big thanks. I mean, what she's done for me the last few weeks or months or even 20 years is beyond words in terms of the ability for me to go on these journeys alone, even though we've spoken about here that based on a beautiful book called The Tom of Devorah, Palm Tree of Deborah or Devorah, that we have the ability when a soulmate goes on a journey, the souls don't disconnect. They're always one, they're always connected. And that's one of the beauties of having a soulmate, or being aware of your soulmate and knowing that who that soulmate is and tuning into that level of soul. We're going to discuss this more in our United Souls course. We're going to be discussing internalization, and important part coming up on the 21st of December. I'll put the link below. It is the last climax course of 2021. I do hope to continue series 2 on 2022, as we are only 5 parts into the series and there's another 5 to follow. But let's just work on climaxing this one, and I'd like to sign you guys up, whoever tuning in, so we can get more insight. What does it mean, this soul level of being one with a soulmate and being able to go on a journey together? And this is something which, you know, I give a big appreciation. I've been able to do so many amazing things, being the Midnightrabbi up all night on the streets, been praying with holy people, traveling the world, going to North America and the UK and a lot of, you know, important places, and abilities to connect to all kinds of special people. And it's been an amazing ability. I mean, even Central America was you know, really beyond, you know, in terms of the change, the culture change, and seeing a whole different place, like locale beyond the normal, and at the same time having the support, knowing that I've got a healthy, happy home to return to with, thank God, a dedicated wife and soulmate and children. But on the soul level, there's this feeling of Shekhinah, of divine presence that comes with you, and it protects you. It gives you a feeling that you're not alone, and you're not just facing whatever obstacles are on the road by yourself. You're always accompanied with that presence there's something beyond you, and it's not just the ultimate, you know, force, the creator. It's a force of love and connection in this world. It's present in this world, and that is the ideal, that we're meant to create a relationship with people in this world that's manifesting that ultimate love within the realm of people and everyday life. That's part of my goal in my course, that it should impact our everyday life. The spiritual understandings shouldn't just be theoretical, shouldn't just be conceptual. It should be something which is really real for us. And thankfully, right now I'm on the rooftop in Jerusalem. We're about to do a class with some very inspirational musicians called Shtetl and Ravorish. It's the first time I'm returning again in the studio since our Toronto tour online, and it's exciting to get back into that flow. I'll be back in the studio myself with Amuna as our future class. We're going to be talking about boundaries and relationships. We labelled it Walls of Fire, just to give it a little bit of an intense title, but the point is the boundaries that we need to create and protect our relationship flow, our soul level. And that's how I hope that, you know, all these concepts flow together in the end. The Unity Flow podcast, United Souls course, and, you know, just it's up to you to really help build it by partnering, by signing up, by sharing, by commenting, giving me some feedback, and my soulmate as well, Masha Chaya, she should be blessed. We always appreciate her presence, and hopefully we'll be doing a full longer class together, a full 15-minute one coming in the or at least in the new week. Just this past week was just a little bit of an intense one, so I'm just adding this on at the end with a big appreciation for all the listeners as well who make this podcast worthwhile, and we hope that it will be a growing opportunity for all our relationships to be more manifest with soul connection and oneness, that brings us to a greater unity flow of United Souls and relationship flow, that we all become more bound together, kashur and nafsho, like our souls are more revealed of who we are, and that we have a tremendous deep connection and kesha, as they say in Hebrew, a deep binding aspect of our being that is always present in our daily life. It gives us a feeling of oneness and love and warmth, and that we should never truly feel alone. We're always one with our source and our soul and our soulmates, and relationships that are truly one with our purpose in this world. Amen. Thank you for tuning in. All the best.